75-year-old man gets pushed to the ground, bleeding through his ears. I'll just show this. This is absolute garbage. All these cops and no protesters, and this guy, a 75-year-old, just happens to walk up to these two bozos, and it gets a bit of a shove by this guy. It is so feeble. This is all staged. Check this out.
A graphic video of police shoving a 75-year-old man to the ground in Buffalo.
I'll stop it there. Notice he's got his head off the ground. If you've hit the ground and you're ratchet, your head would not be off the ground. It would be on the ground. It's pretty hard to do what he's doing, but he's still got hold of his cell phone, and supposedly he's bleeding from the ear, is he? Keep going.
Buffalo, New York, Thursday quickly went viral and drew wide condemnation on.
It quickly went viral all over the. Do it, search yourself. It's on every mainstream channel virtually. You know, when they do that, they want you to see this shit.
Social media.
See how he just walked up to him? And watch that way he just sort of motions with these two cops. It's, you know, absolutely acted. What's he saying to him?
It shows the majority of the officers there.
Look, what's he pointing to? And this guy just pushes it. Look how feeble this is.
Their march past.
Oh, the other, yeah, he pushes it. He stumbles a few feet. But watch when he falls down. He puts his hands down to, you know, soften the impact. And it just so happens we got a Johnny on the spot, cameraman, just in that spot there. And of course, you know, professional photographer doesn't actually see this guy hit his head on the ground. We can't show that.
After the man
fall. Takes a few steps backwards, puts his hands down, softens the fall. No way known his head hits the ground. See how he kicked his feet up? But check this out.
And is then seen.
He has his foot crossed. He has his leg crossed. No way known you're going to have your leg crossed like that. And once again, look, his head is off the ground and a fake blood is starting to come out from somewhere. But what do the cops do? They both walk up, you know.
Bleeding.
Look. He bends over. This guy says, no, don't worry about him. Fuck him. You know, there's bad news for the cops lately. Yeah, don't help this guy, 75-year-old. We just want more bad news.
Ears.
Still got his head off the ground. He says, no, get out of here. I'll handle this myself, he says.
2 officers have been.
No, he pushes him away. He looks around.
Suspended without pay.
And he says, no, fuck this. Let's just all ignore him.
With an hour
Look at that.
Video being posted
Look at that.
by a reporter.
Everyone ignores him. What a fucking lot of shit this is.
From local public radio.
And he just drops his cell phone conveniently. And this bullshit blood. It's like, where's it coming from? Supposedly out of his ear. It's coming out pretty quick. Legs crossed. What a lot of shit.
Station WBFO. The state.
I'll just go back and play that in slow motion now. All right, we'll play this at quarter speed. All cops. Oh, this guy just happens to walk up to him. Like the protest was over. Points to him. You know, what's this shit? What's he pointing to? What's he pointing to? Oh, this just guy. Oh, just push him. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Hands down. Look, both hands down. His head's still up in the air. I'll go back. Watch his hands go down. Soften his impact there. And his head's up in the air. Why didn't the cameraman film this? His head never touched the ground. If it did, it would have been just a slight touch. Look at this shit. I'll just stop it. Once again, head off the ground. Fake blood coming out. I'm going to show that once again if you think I'm an idiot. Watch the hands go down. Look at that. And his head is straight up in the air. Nowhere near the concrete. His hands touch the ground while his head's still up in the air. And look, like he's fucking dead. Head off the ground. Yeah, bullshit, head off the ground. Still holding his fucking cell phone. Can't let that go. Oh, no, get out of there. I'll help him. Nah, fuck him. He looks around. Everybody, just ignore this guy. It'll be on the mainstream, you know, more bullshit. More bullshit stage shit against the cops. Let's get more, you know, divide and conquer. Look at this. Get out of here. Look, this guy couldn't give a fuck. Oh, he drops his cell phone there conveniently. Head's still just off the ground. Maybe it's touching it now. Yeah, it's touching it now. He finally resting his head. No one gives a stuff about this guy. Oh, let's worry about this one guy here. We need 20 guys to stop this guy here. Don't worry about this guy that's just, been knocked over and nearly killed, supposedly. Let's just get this guy. The shit that they're doing is beyond belief. All staged. 100% staged. That's what they want. They want people to get upset with the police. Look at this shit. All worried about this guy. No one gives a shit about the other guy. All right. You can't see that wasn't staged. Yeah, you've got no idea, honestly. For you dum-dums that can't see this and believe all the bullshit on the MSM, here is the footage with the protesters. And guess who is leaning on one of these round things here? Let's just read what Amanda Lynn says. So, after everything that happened last night, the 75-year-old man, I think it is also important to share this part. When asked why he was there, his answer was for fun. What about any of this going is for fun? Just as we shouldn't discriminate by race, we shouldn't discriminate about age either. This man was clearly there, not for peace, but to stir the pot. Weather spelt like the weather. It was with other people or the police. Also, go back and watch the video that is circulating by all the news channels of him falling. Take a look at how his ankles are crossed, like he's just hanging out. Also, take a look at how his neck is fully arched up. Exact points that I mentioned. Let's just play this video here. We got all these black people. And there he is, Mr. White Man, just leaning there. Have a look, what's he there for? Have a look at him. They're questioning why he's there. It's a plant.
Yo, what's going on here? Fill me in. I was just crying. That's just...
He's here for fun. He's a plant. He's ready for the stage shooting of him falling down.
This shit ain't funny. I was just crying over there. It was a moment of silence.
Because she spoke out against another police officer. You can do it.
Have a look at him. You can't tell me he's not a plant. The only white guy there. All right, goes for a minute more, but you can clearly see he is there, ready for that bullshit supposed fall. 100% he is there to stage that. So anyone that comes to my channel calling this event real,
Sorry.
yeah, stay away from my channel, because if you can't see, you're an idiot. To all the buffoons who are calling that this 75-year-old guy supposedly being pushed and smashing his head on the concrete, to say that that was real, well, I'll just have to spell it out to you, idiots. This is him. This is him with all the black people here before the protest. He's holding the police helmet here. What the fuck? But we're all told that he walked up to the cops to hand back the cop helmet, and yet he is holding it here. So where did that come from? There's no cops there. Or did a cop hand it to him while he's leaning on one of these fucking bollards talking to these black protesters? But the other thing you're going to notice, where the fuck is his mask? Where's the mask? Like everyone else is wearing a mask there. The guy should have come with a mask. He hasn't got it in his fucking back pocket. He'd be wearing it right now when he's amongst the people. No mask. Funny about that. Where's his mask? Oh, let's just see where the mask appears. Oh, what do we have here? We've still got the cop helmet. He supposedly goes to give back to the cops that he's had right from the start. Oh, but look who's wearing a mask. Oh, has he decided to put the mask on when the cops come? Is that the idea? Oh, amazing that. No mask when he's talking to the protesters and when you should be wearing a mask. But no, let's have this mask on with all this fucking bullshit attached to it for the fake blood. Let's put that on and we'll stage this event and fool all these fucking idiots that are telling me that I should take my video down because I'm wrong. Oh no, let's just put this mask on now when I approach the cops to hand back that fucking cop helmet that I've had right from the beginning. So let's just play this 28 seconds at normal speed and look at it. You tell me whether this is staged or not. So what do you think? All right, I'm going to play this again in normal speed. I'm going to stop every bit that I can spot. Then we'll play it again in slow motion. Let's just start off with, police have batons. Is that what you call it? Batons? They're not made out of paper. They're made to actually cause a little bit of pain when they hit you with them. Otherwise, what the fuck would they have them for? All right, start off. This woman here is being held by a big burly cop. Okay? Just watch what happens as we start it. How she escapes his hold on her. So easily, just pushes him away. Look at that. Just pushes him away. A woman just pushes this guy and already opens like a 4 or 5 feet gap. Meanwhile, this guy shoots at her, whatever it is. See that? Pop, pop. Then the guy from behind whacks her with the baton and a puff of smoke comes up. Is that the smoke from the guy shooting? I don't think so. We'll go back here and you tell me whether that smoke's from the guy shooting or the guy hitting her with a baton. Clearly you hear pop, pop, pop and the smoke. What's the smoke? If there was any smoke, it'd come out of the fucking gun, whatever he's shooting. So what is he shooting? At her, with the guy just standing behind her. Okay? Obviously, it's not a bullet, but what the fuck is this smoke? But I believe the smoke is coming from when this guy whacks her. I'll show that in slow motion, but we'll show it again. Clearly, 100%, the smoke comes up when he whacks this woman in the back with a baton. It's got nothing to do with this guy going pop, pop, pop. Let's just show it again. Whack, whack, and the smoke comes up. But it doesn't bother her. Oh, she's tough as nails, this woman. So this guy with his baton, what does he do? Whack. She does not flinch once. That was a powerful hit. I'll show you again. Whack. Does not flinch. Meanwhile, he hits her again. The guy at the back hits her again. She doesn't flinch at all. Another whack. And then she lifts one leg up. No big deal. He's hit her 3 times at least. And so is the guy at the back. And the only action is lifting this leg up now. And then he hits her again for the 4th time. I mean, are these batons made of cardboard paper or what? Then she finally drops down after being hit 4 times by this guy, 4 times by the guy in the back. And what's this fucking idiot doing? A defenseless woman, and he's pointing a fucking gun at her with whatever they're shooting. I mean, what, as if she's going to fucking do anything for him to point a gun at her. How many cops are there? They're both on the ground, the 2 females.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground? They're already on the fucking ground. What's this get on the ground? Go back there. Hear that again.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground? Where the fuck do you think she is? And this idiot's still pointing his gun. If you reckon this is fucking real, I mean, come on. 2 females. 2 females against all these cops. They're belting the shit out of this one. Got a fucking gun, whatever it's shooting, I don't know. And she can't move. They've got her on her front. They've got this one down. You think that's enough? Oh, we got 2 guys on cue to join in as well. We need more. We need backups here of these 2, defenseless fucking women. And this guy's still pointing his fucking gun. And what are they doing to her? Tell me. They got her on the ground? Oh, hang on, we need 2 more idiots to come in on cue. Oh, look, now there's 4 on this one woman. And the guy with the fucking gun decides that's enough. I don't need my gun anymore. Okay, if you're not convinced that wasn't bullshit, and all the idiots that think these cop events are real, I'll play this in 1/4 speed, and I'll mute it, and I'll just talk through it. So, she just escapes this guy's hold. What sort of copper is that? Weak as piss. Nah, unless she turns around, whack. The smoke comes up. He comes in, whack. Does not flinch one bit. Another whack. Doesn't flinch again. Another whack from behind. Then a 3rd whack. She would be in absolute pain. Puts a leg up. After the 4th whack, says, I better fucking go down. Well, this guy stands in front of the camera. And he's pointing his fucking bullshit gun at her. And she just comfortably sits on her ass. At 8 whacks, 4 from him, 4 from the other guy. Just sit up. I want you to go face down. Yep. So she kindly goes face down as this guy initially held her, just strolls up to the other woman. And the idiot yells at, go down. And she's already down. What the fuck is he doing to her? She meekly resists. And we're going to see those 2 idiots on cue. Oh, we need backup here while this fucking idiot with the gun's going back and forth. Here we go. 2 guys. Look, quick. We're going to stop this guy. We only got 5 of us now. Oh, sorry, guy. I said guy, woman. And meanwhile, this idiot goes and gives this other guy help. To do what? What, put handcuffs on her? Oh, we need 2 more guys. Not to that. Why do you need help there? What about the other one? There's only 2 guys there. We already had 4 guys on this woman. What, we need 6 guys? As they just walk away, and this woman just stands there. Yeah, enough of that shit. Honestly, yeah, start calling this real, and you know who you are. You idiots know who you are. Go on, start calling this real. Wake the fuck up. If it's on the mainstream, and they showed this shit like you cannot believe, it's staged. You get it? It's fucking staged. You're probably sick to death of seeing this just like I am. I'm just going to make a comparison here. We got this guy. I couldn't give a fuck if he's 75 or 105. He's a fit-looking guy. Just watch how he gets lamely pushed. Takes about 3 steps, looks down. Plenty of time to drop whatever he's got in his hands to soften the fall. But he goes down without the cameraman, Johnny on the spot, without him well, normal cameraman would just follow the guy because he's the main star of this. No, we'll just leave it showing the cops. We don't want to see him hit the ground. But it's not all about this guy. Then we see him laying there like a bag of shit. All right? Now let's just compare. Let's just compare this. Let's compare it to what we just saw here. So this woman's on the ground, but her mate, she's standing there. And this guy comes in and he gives her a shove. Probably with the same strength as what the other copper did with the guy. Let's have a look. 2 hands, whack. She goes down. I'll stop it there. I reckon this was more forceful than what we saw before. And this is a female. What does she do? Nope. She's good as gold. She doesn't hit her fucking head on the ground. Anyone who gets pushed over will make sure that their head is up like this and doesn't hit the ground. Unless you're staging it like that other fucking clown. Let's just go back. Show how strong this cop pushes her. Look how forceful he is. 2 hands, whack. And she goes on her ass, make sure I'm not going to hit my head on the ground, and she doesn't. She's good as gold. Oh, but that fucking 75-year-old, he just happens to fucking hold on to his cell phone and a helmet that he tried to give back to the cops. Anyone with half a brain would just let that go and soften the fall with your hands. But no, he apparently hit his head on the fucking ground and smashed his fucking head, and blood comes pouring out of his ears, according to some smart people who I thought were smart, but as fucking dumb as dog shit. Nothing wrong with her. Nothing wrong with her. All right, we'll stop it there. Let's just have another quick look at Mr. 75-year-old. Watch it. He uses one hand. He hardly pushes this guy. Feeble. That is not a push. I'll go back to these idiots that want to tell me that this guy, he hardly pushes him. He just pushes his right hand out, and this guy, and he fumbles like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 steps and decides to hit his head on the fucking ground. Look at that. Looks down. He had plenty of time to drop his helmet and his fucking cell phone. And he puts his hands down. Of course, the cameraman, like I said, doesn't show it. Go back once again. This is so lame, it's beyond belief. The cop puts his hand out. Look at that. Feeble. He hardly pushes and touches this guy. And you're telling me, with that little push, he goes stumbling over and he couldn't stop himself from hitting his fucking head on the ground? Are you fucking kidding me? If anyone that says this is real, fucking don't ever talk to me again, because you got fucking no brains or you're a fucking shill. Look at that. And he hit his head on the ground, did he? I don't give a shit about the angle shot, the side shot. He never hits his fucking head on the ground. And even if he did, it's just a stuntman. A feeble push like that. And we saw the woman who got pushed with 2 hands. And that's a woman being pushed over. Nothing wrong with her. She knew how to fall down. What? Because she's a bit younger, she knows how to fall down and not hit her head on the concrete? Unlike this dumb fuck?
like solid like that without getting the wind knocked out of
This
you.
isn't soft either.
I guess I just trust myself enough to hit when I hit, just to kind of absorb it with my back too. And I'm using my lower back as well when I hit. Absorb it with my back. Absorb it with my back. Absorb it with my back. And I'm using my lower back as well when I hit.